Hey guys, it's Verna here. Another Tuesday, another Vault video. We're within Season 1, Week 8, and as per usual, we have our normal cast of characters. I think we left out the DK this week. We didn't get around to playing him. Kind of whatever. I have not really been feeling it. We did get the Mage into some Mythic Plus, so that's kind of interesting. I feel like Mage is extremely easy, and people are just bad. See a lot of bad Arcane Mages right now, so I went ahead and just played Frost. But we did do some eights. We actually did like an undergeared guild group with a bunch of eights. And I think the average item level of the group was like 600. So if you're like even slightly coordinated, eights are not very hard. Our tank was like 570. He was 580 on the last dungeon. I think he started at 570. No. Anyway, this character's got two 8 dungeon slots. I believe that's 619? Might be 619 gear. What do we want? Anything but a weapon. Tier would be great. An amazing trinket would be great. Let's go. Well, there's tier. I think that's the one hero piece I have, though. Oh, it is. The fuck. Okay, so we have a hero legs that we can catalyze, but these are higher hero legs that are already tier. Or we take the 50 item level cloak upgrade. I mean, I think we take the cloak upgrade. I don't like passing up tier for a cape, but this is nice. And we can craft bracers. We'll craft bracers that'll be like our second embellish. We have a weapon embellishment, so we need a second one. Oh, you know, 3 item level bump on one piece. That's pretty nice. Next, we've got the warrior. I think the warrior just did some delves. Nice and easy investment. You don't have to run keys. Spend 20 minutes, get like a 616 piece at the end of the week. It's pretty solid. And delves are extremely easy, especially once you have brand leveled. It's no problem at all. I think I do it while half paying attention watching TV, and I never die, like ever. um, so we would like a piece to catalyze for force set. We're sitting on 3 pieces right now, and I've been holding off because I don't want to catalyze veteran. So I guess like tier helm, tier chest would be cool. I would also take a 2-handed weapon for funsies whenever I eventually decide to try DPS. Oh yeah, let's see what we get. This character's going to be like 6'10 before I even set foot in Mythics. Oh no! Okay, so there's a tier helm, but it's veteran. Tier legs, which you already have. Oh, okay. I mean, like, what is a socket doesn't really do anything for me. I can't even take a full one. Honestly, I might just take the tier piece. It's the same exact item level that I have right now. It just saves me a catalyst charge. It gets me some appearances. I think I just take it just for 4 piece. Yeah, I mean that's what you run the risk of. You know, when you're rolling for one slot, the chances of you getting something get lower and lower progressively every single week, right? As I slowly fill out with more 616s, it's like I have less available chances. Although this character still has like quite a bit of under leveled stuff. You know, I could have got belt, boots, rings, trinkets, a 2-hander, bracers, chest, neck, helm. So yeah, actually kind of a low roll there. Man. But hey, it's 4 set. It's an ugly ass appearance because Blizzard doesn't know what to do with warrior sets half the time. But sure, free 4 piece, whatever. All right, as we said, we skipped the DK this week, so we go straight to the druid. I think I did heroic on all of my healers this week. I was kind of bored this weekend, so the guild was just doing a bunch of alt heroics. So I believe all of my healers are now 619. They're completely done with runed crests, which means I need to do +8s for gilded. And also, we got 10s done on a lot of characters, so the druid, we did a full clear of heroic, and I think a set of delves. Should have 4 slots. Again, as I said, we're like full 619. We just need to start getting into the gilded stuff. Still quite a ways off from crafting, but we'll get there eventually. Like what could we possibly want? I don't even know, honestly. We have 619 balanced weapon, 619 feral weapon. We have pretty good trinkets for both specs. Let's just like briefly look. I don't even know what I would want. Probably not healing gear. I guess the cape from Rashinon, the rare neck from Sikran, which you're gonna hear a lot on every fucking character because it's just a good piece to have. Spy Masters would be interesting. I think we roll Boomkin for Spy Masters. Yeah, that pretty much settles it. So we'll just stay Boomkin, and we'll just rip it and just see what happens. Very rare loot would be a nice find. Oh, a Transmitter! Oh, wait, a Confidant. That's actually kind of interesting. Transmitter is, I think, good. Confidant is also good for caster specs. Hero Hands we don't need. Spellforge is like a very average trinket. I think it's the worst one in the raid for DPS casters. Let me just briefly look. I wonder if I should like ping the Boomkin in my guild to see if he knows anything about this. Okay, Confidant is actually not as good for balance. That's weird because I thought it was good for casters with like one of those surprise trinkets. Transmitter is also very mid. I mean, is there any way I take it for a different spec? Like, does Feral care about it? Transmitter's very good for Feral. Okay, what about Guardian? Guardian typically values like actual damage trinkets, not stat sticks, as most tanks do. So I think Transmitter's not going to be amazing. Yeah, it's not super good. And I don't think the Confidant is better than the trinkets that we have currently, because we have Ovanax's Egg and Empowered Crystal. Really, the only thing that would have been better is Spy Masters. So do we just take a socket? I think we do. I think we take a socket and put it on our crafted belt. Man, those trinkets are interesting. Like, I'm never playing Feral, right? So it just doesn't make sense to take a Feral trinket. I don't think I'll ever play Feral. I've just never been a Feral person. Yeah, we'll take a socket. Pretty boring pickup, but it'll come in handy down the road. We'll just buy the socket before we leave. Maybe too much deliberation on that one. But yeah, we can put it in our crafted belt or our hero helm. All good. Okay, next. Next we start getting into the meaty characters. All of these are going to have 10s. So I think we clicked on the Priest. The Priest, again, another full heroic clear. Should be sitting at 619, and we did 110. I think it was a Mists. So we're really hoping for some cool mythic piece. I don't think we've done any gilded crafted on this character, so this one will be looking at 10s and 8s for crest farming. Don't think I'll be doing heroic any longer. Yeah. We would prefer not to see a weapon, just because we can craft one. We're halfway. Wow, we're only halfway, dude. This crest grind is awful. Needing 90 crests for a single piece is terrible. I don't really know. I guess a myth trinket from dungeon would be cool, or one of the rare pieces from raid. We'll open it as shadow. Okay, none of those are rare. None of those are very exciting. Hero boots. Good stats. They like the exact same ones I'm wearing, but hero instead of champion. Pants with leech. That's kind of interesting. Leech is pretty good. And shoulders with avoidance. Also good. But a myth helm. I mean, it's okay. We just take the myth helm. No deliberation required. This will be a nice upgrade once we can get some crests built into it. But I think we're probably going to use our first 90 on a weapon. So this one will sit for a little bit. That's okay. Crit mastery. Mastery crit. Crit mastery. Let's just catalyze it real quick. What does this catalyze into? Verse crit? Okay, don't want that. We don't want that. We're kind of doing like a jack of all trades thing where I play disc and dungeons and holy and raid, so crit mastery and haste are all pretty valuable. Verse we don't really care about. And we don't do high enough dungeons for verse to actually matter. But hey, tier piece, pretty good pickup. Next we have the Shaman, again, full heroic clear, so we'll have 3 raid slots. I think I did 4 dungeons. Oh, we actually didn't do a 10 on this guy. I thought I did a 10. Maybe I just forgot. The goal is definitely going to be to get, the Shaman, the Monk, and the Priest 10s every week from now on. We're starting to get to the gear level where we should be able to get into 10s pretty easily as a healer. So again, Sikran Neck, Ration on Cape would be excellent. Queen Gloves would be good. I guess I would also take Boots just to save me on Cress. And this character will be finishing all of his 619 upgrades shortly. I think we do have a Gilded craft ready, so yeah, we don't really want to see Bracers or Belt, because we're going to craft one of those this week. Do we open as Enhance? For Ellie. We have 2 619 weapons. We'll just open as Ellie, just on the off chance we get like a Spy Masters. I actually don't remember if I killed them this week. Oh, dude. Oh. Wrist, that's where embellishment is. Chest, we already have. Crit haste neck, which is okay, but I already have the normal neck. 616 shoulders, no. Haste mastery. Okay, crit haste boots, those are decent. I mean, we'll just take the boots. They're just a flat 13 item level upgrade. It's going to save us some crests. Stats aren't amazing. We're trying to get rid of haste right now, but yeah, we'll take it. Sure. Puts it at 618. Yeah, I believe we'll be able to finish out the rest of our, 3 items we're missing here, so that's nice. Okay, Monk. Also a full heroic raid clear, plus like 4 or 5 dungeons. I did a bunch of Mistweaver this week. It's pretty fun. Having a lot of fun with it. The changes to Crackling Jade Lightning are very interesting. Does a lot of damage and pretty good healing. I don't want to say it's like a healing CD, but it's like kind of a small healing CD if you can hit like 5 targets with it. It's pretty crazy. It's a lot of damage. So we have a full heroic raid vault, 110, and then I think we did a bunch of 8s or something. So we'll open as Mistweaver. What do we want? Not a weapon. We're crafting a weapon this week, I think. We have 90 crests, so we will definitely craft a weapon. Changeling, Gale of Shadows would be disgusting. I think that's what we'd like to see the most. Also be okay with tier, if tier drops. Oh, there's a Spy Masters. That's interesting. A Myth Crit Mastery Belt. Crit Mastery Boots we don't want. Staff we don't need. Back we don't need. Huh. Spy Masters? Or a Myth piece? I'm sure I'm supposed to take the Spy Masters, right? Like, it's so contested, you will never, ever get it as a healer, but I don't think it's, like, that good for Mistweaver. Mastery is, like, not that great of a stat. If it had haste, I would take it. We have Crystal, which is good, and we have this Candlestick, which is also pretty good. I think it's, like, on par. So let's see. Yeah, it's, like, equivalent to Spy Masters. They're, like, about the same. And, man, if this was any other healer, I would take the Spy Masters, but because every other healer I could use it for DPS as well, but like Mistweaver, I can't take this. Man, that sucks. I want to take it. I think we just take the belt, which is boring, and it sucks because you hate to pass up a good trinket like this, but for Mistweaver, I would rather have a Changeling or a Gale. So we're going to pass up Spy Masters. I'm like the one healer who doesn't want it, of course. But get some myth pieces. Okay, Evokers next. We got 2 left. So the Evoker, we just did 4 10s. So we'll have 2 Myth Dungeon slots. I think we're 627. We're starting to get to the point where We just have to high roll from the vault and then grind out crests. I think we've got 2 pieces of myth gear that are not fully upgraded. Been feeling kind of lazy. I've not been feeling like grinding those. 627. Obviously we would love a myth changeling. Even a myth crystal would be solid. Tier, we could use helm, shoulders, chest. It's kind of it. I don't really want to see a neck or a belt. We have myth boots. We have a myth ring. Oh yeah, let's just see what we get. Pray for a big trinket that we can finally take. No shot. That's the same ring we already have. It is. Okay. Well, tier shoulders. Sure. Crit mastery shoulders. We'll obviously catalyze these. Not exciting, but it is an upgrade. We asked for shoulders, we got shoulders. So, cool. I don't even need to catalyze right now. I can just save my catalyst charge, which is kind of nice. 627.31. Pretty good. Did I not save that set? I didn't save it. Okay, we'll transmog it later. I'm not gonna subject you guys to transmog. And the last character, the Paladin. So the Paladin's raid vault is kind of janky. I ended up sitting for a couple bosses. It's like the first time I've actually been sat for some of the farm bosses. So we only have 1 myth raid vault, and then we have a full set of dungeon ones. From the raid vault, we got the Sikran neck last week, so I think the only thing we need is the Rashinon cape. If we got the Rashinon cape, we could move our embellishment to our wrists, and then that would be pretty solid. It's kind of it. From dungeons, again, it's going to be the same fucking trinkets you've heard for however many months now. Changeling, Gale, Crystal. I think we would love Gale. Gale would be preferable. What else do we even need? A ring. Or it's like rings, trinkets. That's kind of it. So... And I think we still have to open as Holy because we need caster trinkets. We can't open as Ret, unfortunately, so let's rip it, see what happens. Ah, dude. Okay. I'm going to screenshot this just for the guild because they asked for screenshots. Man, that is... I mean, if this had been a myth one, we actually could have taken this potentially, but we were sat, so we weren't in for all 6 bosses. We wouldn't have been able to do for 6 bosses because I got called away for work. Myth belt that we already have, myth shoulders we already have, myth shield we already have. Actually, this is a better statted shield. I guess that has some potential. This garbage trinket, which I wish didn't exist on a loot table. I think this is the 2nd time I've seen this on the Paladin. It's terrible. Like I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's garbage. You love to see these crap trinkets on the loot table. What is it? Cereal concoctory? Oh, it's awful. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess I could take it for eventual crest discount, but that seems bad. I could use a socket right now. I mean, we're just going to take the socket. I have to do, what's best for cutting edge, etc. So we're just going to take the socket. And it's like, why am I running all these dungeons to get garbage ass pieces? I think we honestly might start running less dungeons on this character. It is becoming, trying to high roll a trinket is not fun. So I think it might be time to just run 1 weekly 10 and just call it good. All right, well that's going to be it from me. In terms of affix, where's my key? Voidbound? Which one is that? Is that the ad? It is. It's the Void Emissary, so just make sure you're saving some damage for the Void Emissary when it spawns. I think it spawns at low HP, so you can Shadow Word Death, Execute, Touch of Death, Unravel for Evoker works because it's a shielded mob. But they buffed it, so the affix actually generates a lot of power for you when you kill it, so definitely send some CDs into that. And yeah, it's going to be it from me. Feel free to come check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Veronix. We'll be streaming a couple times this week. Mostly Silken Court Prog. Hopefully we kill it and can start Queen. So, yep, hopefully you guys have some good vaults, and we'll see you next time. Peace.